Hi everybody, welcome back. For today's video, I was kind of struggling with the title because there's many different options that this video could be, but the overarching idea of what I wanted to show you today are my top purchases from 2023. These are the best pieces that I added into my closet, my most worn pieces, and the pieces that generally made me feel like a stylish, fabulous queen. And I think that 2023 was the year where I was really honing in officially on my personal style and trying to find what that means. And, you know, obviously with lots of help from Allison Bornstein and the various videos that we filmed, I think 2023 was a really good year for clothing for me. We found a lot of good favorites and a lot of lasting pieces in my wardrobe, and so I thought it would be helpful to show you what those pieces are and kind of look at the year as a whole and say, these are the best purchases from 2023 and going on into the new year. So the first piece, my totem tanks. These I bought at the start of the year, and I wanted to show you the tragic state that my white one's actually in. This is what is left of my white totem tank, and what actually started this, I was keeping it in very good condition, but then one day, do you guys ever have this happen? It's such a mystery, but it's happened to many pieces of mine and Dan's clothing, but one day in the washer, it just got this big gray stain. It didn't have it before it went in the washer, and when I took it out to put it in the dryer, this big, it's like something pooped on it in my washer, something exploded, I don't know. Anyway, now this just kind of lives as my extra undershirt, and I wear this underneath my like more itchy pieces of knitwear and whatnot. So that one's just kind of my retired version. I do have a fresh one that I have purchased, and then a black and a gray as well. And these are just so worn, such an essential piece of my wardrobe now ever since I purchased them. And they are a little bit more spendy as far as basics go, but I just find that the way this is ribbed, how tightly wound it is, I don't know. They really hold their shape, which is not something I can say for a lot of my other basics and tanks and other pieces that I have purchased. So the black one, for example, like I have worn it time and time again underneath anything. And I just found that this is something that was really missing in my basics. And prior to these, I was wearing my bodysuits pretty much exclusively. But I find that I don't necessarily always want a high neck, and I was just lacking in a good classic tank top. So that filled the void for me, and hands down one of my most worn pieces from the year, and will also be a piece that will exist in my wardrobe forever. This is nothing groundbreaking, but like, damn, finding yourself a good basic is everything. The next piece is the Skims boyfriend t-shirt, and oh baby, when I first picked up the black one, I was like, wow, this t-shirt is really life-changing for me. I love nothing more than wearing a good classic t-shirt, and I love a good crisp white tee. That one, I still have yet to find the perfect white t-shirt. The Skims one, just as an FYI, it's a little bit of that like peachy pink undertone. It's not a true crisp white. So we're speaking specifically on the black and the gray here, because I do think the gray is actually very nice. It's a good cool toned gray. It makes you look fresh and alive. But yeah, the Skims boyfriend t-shirts, myself and my husband Dan are obsessed. We live in them. They're fabulous. I actually like that the black is a little bit more of that washed out black. It gives it a little bit of a lived in vintage feel. Would I be opposed to a full deep midnight black option? No, I would not. I would love that, but it's so soft. It has such a nice drape. It really does make you feel like you stole your boyfriend's lived in vintage tee, which I love so much. And the gray is just great. And again, like the totem tank tops, wearing these underneath anything, a blazer, a cardigan, whatever, on its own. Endless options with a classic tee, but these ones in particular are so soft and comfortable, and I just want to live in them every day. So really, such a favorite purchase from 2023. In preparing for this video, I did a little deep dive through my YouTube videos as well as my camera roll and through my Instagram, and it's actually funny how many photos I don't take of my outfits, and my life would be so much easier when I'm filming these videos if I just took pictures of myself when I get dressed every day, because that is something I do not do, and it is something I need to do more of in the content creator space, so forgive me. You'll just have to believe me and take my word for it when I say I wear things a lot more than what is posted online, and that goes for the Dish linen vest. This one is in white, and as far as I'm aware, this is no longer available, but the piece itself we can speak to, a white linen vest. I wore this so much, obviously more so in the summer months in the warmer weather that we had, but this really carried me through so much of the warm weather dressing and wearing it with everything and anything. I just felt like a piece of my style was unlocked when these like more tailored vests just kind of became a trendy item and everyone was creating one. It wasn't something I'd really played with in my closet before, before, and the linen version is obviously exceptional for warm weather, but because of this, I had actually gone on a hunt, a mad dash, trying to find a white wool vest, like something that I could wear all year round, something that doesn't wrinkle, because even though I love this one and wore it so much, obviously it is linen, and linen does love to wrinkle, so I'd love to find a wool option. There are many ivory and vanilla and more kind of yellowy toned options that exist on the market, but it's pretty hard to find a white one. So if you guys have any recommendations for a white wool vest that looks like this, I would love to pick one up to have as a forever piece in my wardrobe. But as far as favorite pieces go, this one was worn with everything. I wore it so much. And it's a perfect classic tailoring piece that you can just have in your wardrobe forever. Huge, huge favorite from the year. Definitely one of my most worn pieces. And if you haven't hopped on the vest life, well, baby, I don't think you'll go back. Now, the next piece, you will have just seen me blab on and on about this if you watched my last video, 8 pieces that I'm wearing on repeat right now, but really I couldn't film this video without mentioning off-the-shoulder tops. And in 2023, that was a real style discovery for me. And the off-the-shoulder top is not a groundbreaking new innovation by any means. I don't think anything is. I think really trends or whatever, it's really just what your preference is and what your personal style is. But I basically became one with the off-the-shoulder top this year, or a one-shoulder top, just having any kind of exposed top. And that was because, again, I did recently talk about this, but I really struggled with my event wear and going out with the girlfriends, going out for date night, going for dinner or to birthdays, whatever. My wardrobe is so much like knitwear, basics, classic button-up shirts, and I didn't really have anything in between. I didn't have anything like slightly more elevated or slightly more dressy, and just adding this black one shoulder at the top just did so much for my closet, and I couldn't not mention it as a favorite piece from the year and a most worn piece. And even though it was towards the end of 2023, wow, I'm on an off-the-shoulder obsessive train right now, and having a black one I think is just a basic that my closet needed and was missing, and I was very happy to have picked that up in the last year. Okay, my next top purchase, my next most worn item or items, I'm titling generally cashmere, because cashmere was something I used to stay very far away from because I knew that it was a material that takes a lot of effort and upkeep to keep nice and clean. You know, you have to have the little pill remover, you have to take care of it, you have to be precious with the washing. It was just kind of always a little bit more faff than I wanted to worry about in my closet. However, this year I've really come to appreciate the quality, the feel, the wear, and the style of everything cashmere. And there are amazing, more affordable options that you can find, because cashmere can be really ridiculously expensive. But obviously my most recent purchases were the J. Crew cashmere crew necks. And again, this just filled such a huge void in my closet and were basics that I felt like I needed. It was also a really fun way to add color into my wardrobe and to feel a little bit more dressed up and playful. And then I also got a really beautiful classic gray one from Uncle Studios, which is so nice. The quality is beautiful. And even in my turtlenecks, my more big chunky knitwear, this is another turtleneck from Uncle Studios, and this is a wool and cashmere blend. But I really stuck to wool so much before, and wool can be very, very itchy, and wool can be very soft. That's fine. But kind of focusing on cashmere and looking to invest in some of those pieces that I can have in my closet forever, or as long as I take care of it nicely, made such a huge difference in the entire knitwear category in my closet. So I think that I obviously did a lot of cashmere shopping in 2023, but I think it's worthwhile because these pieces are A, neutral. I can wear them with everything and have them forever in my closet, and B, they look great and they never go out of style. So that was a huge focus for me in 2023, and definitely makes up some of my most worn items in my closet, tippity top for sure. Before moving on to the next piece, I actually just realized I didn't mention this, but I wanted to make note of the fact that all of these items are pieces that I have purchased. I actually wanted to avoid talking about any gifted items because obviously there's so many things that I love in my wardrobe that I very kindly get gifted from brands, or I worked on campaigns with brands for. But for this video, I wanted to focus on the pieces that I purchased. My dollar was spent on these items. These are the things that I went out and looked for and bought and added into my closet. So these aren't including any gifted things. So just in case some of you are like, what about your Dynamite jeans? I know, those are also a favorite. So are my Naghetti bags. So is the flattered pouch bag. You know, there's a lot of things that I was very kindly gifted last year, but I'm just telling you about the ones that I bought. So for a pair of pants, jeans, denim, Bottoms, the biggest standout item, the biggest top purchase that I made from the year were these A Goldie jeans. This is the color Photogram, and this is the 90s mid-rise loose. And one sad little realization that I had about more affordable denim, aka all of my H&M jeans that I have and love so much in my closet. I wore them endlessly, and I still do wear them, but they're reaching that 2-year mark that I've had them, and they're kind of just starting to fall apart. They really lose their shape. The knees are really bent in and kind of poopy, and the quality is really starting to show. So one thing I appreciate about investing in a slightly more expensive pair of denim is that they really just hold their shape, and you can really feel the quality difference, which is annoying, and I'm sorry to say that out loud, but it's true. And A Goldie is one of those brands, like I have a pair of these old ripped pair of A Goldie jeans that just never lost their shape. They might stretch out a little bit. That's usually to be expected with cotton jeans. Regardless, you can expect a little bit of wiggle room, but as far as like the knees bugging out and the butt getting all saggy, like it kind of just hasn't happened with any of my A Goldie denim. So big love for these. And this pair of washed black. Oh, I love this wash. I love this color. And I actually, like, I used to only exclusively buy high rise denim. I never really messed with the low mid-rise life, but really came to appreciate the fit of these. And the black just, ooh, with all my boots, the loafers, sneakers, whatever. Oh, baby, I wear these with everything. I feel like this purchase in particular upped my jean game in my closet. So this is a favorite pair from the year and will probably be a favorite pair for many years to come. So my only complaint, I have one complaint. I do prefer a zip fly, and I know that many jeans, many cool girl jeans have the button fly, and I don't know why. Is there a particular reason why someone would choose a button fly over a zip fly? Because for me, it's so annoying to do up. The nails are a liability when I'm trying to do up buttons, and also it gives you a little bulging man crotch sometimes. So I do prefer a zipper fly, but we can look past that for this pair because we do get so much love and wear out of these. Let's talk about a favorite bag purchase. And I'm going to say, I think out of many years of bag shopping and bag regrets, selling bags on my Depop, the in and outs in my bag wardrobe, 2023 was a pretty tame year for me in terms of bag shopping. Obviously, there were a few gifted pieces like my flattered suede pouch and my Naghetti woven bags. Those were very cool, very much worn pieces from me from the year. But my favorite purchase, the thing that stands out, is definitely my Dior club bag. I love her so much. And much like my off-the-shoulder top, I felt like I was just lacking in my more dressed up, more special occasion going out wear when it came to my bag collection. So every once in a while, these luxe brands will come out with a style that just really speaks to my soul. And I loved how casual this felt, how easygoing and loose and nice it felt while still being dressed up. I like that it's a champagne hardware, so it kind of goes with no matter what I'm wearing, if I'm wearing silver or gold. I love the classic Dior print on it, and it has the chain, which is a nice little shoulder option. It also comes with the black strap if you wanted to have a crossbody. This beautiful little Dior number, so much wear, and I'm keeping her and I'm treasuring her forever. Definitely one of my go-to pieces for my fancier event wear and one of my favorite purchases from the year. Now, speaking of accessories, I had to touch on the statement earring again because I think it just made such a huge impact on my styling and how I felt overall in my clothing. My clothing can be very simple and neutral, and dressing up a very casual outfit with a spicy statement earring, like, let me scream it from the rooftops a million times. I know I've already talked about it so much this year, but I really just honed in on that styling piece and I'm loving it so much. And the statement earrings were it for me. I think the ones that started it for me this year were these Heaven Mayhem little rosebud earrings, and that kind of kicked it off for me, and I started wearing them with everything and I was like, wow, these are amazing. Then I bought my Amazon drop earrings, then I got the Amazon silver ones, and they're great. Oh, I think they're so fun, and it's such a fun way to feel more dressed up in your outfit. I have this beautiful little Dior jewelry holder that I keep all my little statement earrings in, and whenever I feel a little bit more boring, I just throw a pair of these earrings on and I'm like, I instantly feel more fabulous. And that's a huge thing for me because my little Costco gold hoops, if you guys remember, this was just all I wore constantly. Every once in a while I would switch it up. I have a few earrings that I kept on my rotation, but I never really played, or it's been a long time, it's been many years since I really played with fun jewelry and statement earrings. So that's been a huge style shift for me, and obviously that was really brought out in 2023. So the statement earring is here to stay. Now I want to finish off with shoes. I have two pairs of shoes that I wanted to talk to you about, and me and high heels, we don't have a loving relationship. I really struggle with high heels, one being that I have crinkle toes, okay? That can be very difficult when trying to find good strappy heels that work for me and are comfortable. When I'm going to events or I'm going on brand trips, there can be a lot of standing, a lot of walking around and standing in high heels for long periods of time. And I just found myself like sometimes when I would try to wear a pair of high heels, there's one event in particular, oh my, there was a Keys skincare event in Toronto with Alicia Keys. If anyone remembers that, I wore a little white ensemble with these giant white femme heels. And I was in so much pain that I started to fear that I was going to faint because I started to see black spots and I started to have like a full body sweat. And I was like, oh my God, I'm about to faint because I'm in so much pain from these stupid shoes. And we were standing there for like 2 hours. Me and high heels do not work together. So 2023 was really the year of the kitten heel for me, a style that I happily, lovingly embrace with open arms. And this little pair right here, who I think this is the style of shoes that I have gotten the most questions about, the most messages, the most comments on. Unfortunately, they do no longer exist, but I don't know if it's a style they're going to bring back. This is from the brand Helsa. I got them on Forward and oh my God, I worn them so much. They're so destroyed already. That's kind of the sad part. This little front bit is a fabric and the rest is leather, but I don't know if I can get that kind of thing fixed. Maybe I could get a little like leather toe put onto them, but first of all, pointed toe, stunning. White and black, goes with everything in your wardrobe. They're short. I could wear these all day and not feel a damn thing. It is such a beautiful thing. I am considering adding on some kind of little strap or something just to make them a little bit more walkable because a mule, I find, can be very flippity floppity, and that's the case with all of them for me. That might be because I don't have support for my toes. I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. I wear these time and time again, even wearing them with like a white or black t-shirt and a pair of jeans. It just added a little bit of extra sparkle, a little bit of extra fun to what could otherwise be a very plain neutral heel. This fun little design on these, the fun little color blocking and fun little lacy design. I just love them. Hands down, top favorite purchase from 2023 and one of my most worn pairs of heels. And I also say to you that the kitten heel is here to stay for me. The final piece that I want to talk to you about, and also another pair of shoes, are my Acne Studios boots. And I always believe that a good pair of black boots are an essential in anyone's wardrobe, especially if you live in a place with colder weather. Obviously, I'm not wearing these in the summertime. This is very much a colder weather piece for me, but I kind of switched up from my previous more chunky booty. I had a pair of Totem square toe boots that I really loved, but I've just really embraced the pointed toe in my life, and I've accepted that that is the most flattering style on my legs. I know I really tried to make the Bottega square toe happen for me. It just wasn't working, and I'm happy that I've embraced the pointed toe in my life, and I'm also happy to see that they've kept this as an ongoing style. I keep seeing them in existence on the Acne website, so perhaps it is a style that is here to stay, but we've got a little bit of a thicker heel. It's not a true kitten heel, so we do have lots of support. I can wear these for hours and hours and strolling around downtown, and I actually like that you have the leather going into the patent leather. I think that little switch up of texture just makes them feel a little bit more interesting, and truly one of my most worn pieces of all time. I truly just wore these so much, and I still look at them with such love, and they kind of give a little bit of like witch vibes, don't they? But I don't mind at all. I think it's such a fun twist on the classic black boot, and these were my favorite, hands down, boot purchase from the year, if not ever. And that, my friends, concludes my top 10 picks, my top 10 purchases from the year 2023. These are some of the items that I think had the biggest impact in my closet, in my wardrobe, some of my most worn pieces, and hopefully a good look at honing in on the style as a whole. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my picks. I'm curious to hear from you. What are some of your favorite purchases or some of your most worn items from the last year? And what are some pieces that you are eyeing in 2024? I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you all very soon for a new one. Bye!